We continue today in our study of the book of Revelation, the opening of the third seal in Revelation 6, 5, and 6. We talk about rights that people are demanding. Now, let's give some for instances. The right to abortion on demand sounds great to many people. But what about someone else being given the right to demand you have an abortion? Well, do not say that will never happen. Not only does God's word say it will happen in these days, but it is already a reality in the world in which we live. For example, for some time, abortions have been being used in the country of China as a means of population control. Likewise, the right to euthanasia on demand sounds great to many people. But what about someone else being given the right to demand that you be euthanized, that is, put to death? Don't say that will never happen. Not only does God's word say that it will, it is a big part concerning the continuing debate concerning health care in America. Of course, depending on which side you hear and believe, one provision of the Health Care Reform Act was to have a 15-member panel to review and to make health care decisions, dictating to doctors and patients what treatments will be performed and what treatments will be withheld in the cases which they review. One of the most obvious concerns is the simple fact that the majority of healthcare dollars for the average person occur in the last 6 months of life. Thus, routinely eliminating the last 6 months of their life would equal great savings to the economy. Now, both abortion and euthanasia will become major tools in the control of population as well as the control of the economics of the world system. The December 21st, 2012 edition of the Sword of the Lord newspaper, page 2, reported British hospitals paid to put patients on euthanasia pathway. And I quote, "The Liverpool care pathway, which was supposed to be restricted to sedating patients whose pain could not otherwise be controlled, has mutated into a form of euthanasia. Not only are UK hospitals paid to put patients, quote, on the pathway, but it has become increasingly clear that it is being misused as a form of euthanasia. The controversial method of withholding food and drink from terminally ill patients so they die quicker has transformed end-of-life care, according to an article in a leading medical journal. The Liverpool Care Pathway, which recommends that in some circumstances, doctors withdraw treatment, food, and water from sedated patients in their final days, means that they can have a peaceful, pain-free, dignified death at home, said Glasgow-based general practitioner Dr. Des Spence. Reports suggest that doctors are establishing, quote, death list of patients to be put on the pathway. Articles also claim that hospitals may be employing the method to cut costs and save on bed spaces. This means that at least some patients who can still eat and drink are put into comas and deprived of sustenance, making it so that they cannot eat or drink water by mouth, and then depriving them of the sustenance needed to keep them alive is killing, and it has not been restricted to the imminently dying, end quote. Quote from lifenews.com. 2 Corinthians 2:7 says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." 1 John 4:3, "And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God, and this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof you have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world." Look around and understand. The current technologies, the current attitudes, the current trends and regulations are the precursors, the birth pangs, if you please, the Bible term, the contractions, as it were, that are happening in advance of this prophecy's fulfillment as the opening of the third seal in God's Word.